What's up, Space Pirates? This is your Admiral, the certifiably suave Dr. Disaster. And do you know what I really enjoy? Listening to dishonest dingleberries getting called out for their BS. I'm a bit of a schadenfreude enthusiast, so hearing this sort of whininess is like a feast nurturing my black heart.
Oh, the tears of unfathomable sadness. Yummy, yummy, you guys.
The people at BioWare are essentially cry-bullies. They are representative of the gaming industry at large in a lot of ways. They intentionally filled Dragon Age the Veilguard with new age, progressive political shit, shoving gamers' noses in it, hijacking a franchise that we once loved. And now, as you can see from this article here, they are crying and whining about how mean gamers are because we just wanted to see them fail, as if they didn't intentionally alienate a large section of people who once played these games, only to learn later on that alienating gamers cost them a massive chunk of their audience. Once again, I'm petty, so their pain and whining feeds my soul. One of the actors from Dragon Age has come out though and tried to hit us with a guilt trip for labeling the game woke. Apparently, there were just a bad bunch of people out there attacking the game because they're bad people. Do any of you guys know anyone like that?
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
It was just people labeling the game woke because they're bad people and hate BioWare. That is supposedly the only reason there was any criticism for the game. That's the only reason that Dragon Age the Veilguard failed. This actress insists there's nothing woke in Dragon Age the Veilguard, despite the fact that scenes like this exist in the game.
Best part is, while Tash is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud. Ah, shit. They're still holding it, sorry.
What the hell are you saying? I don't know!
Alright, me hearties, make sure you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on X, where I keep a list of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. Also, I have started uploading content on Rumble as well, so make sure that you follow Dr. Disaster on that platform as well. But anyways, let's take a look at this interview from one of the stars of Dragon Age the Veilguard, who seems to think that BioWare will get some sort of karmic vengeance with Mass Effect 5 when it comes out. The thing is, if that game has even a snowball's chance in hell of being well received, it'll be because the studio did a 180 and eliminated the progressive shit-lib trash from the way that they design their games, and they will actually have made a decent game. In which case, gamers will have categorically won this conflict. So, I don't know who needs to hear this, but it isn't exactly vengeance or victory when you give your so-called opponents exactly what they want. But I will show you what this person said. This article comes from IGN, link not in the description because honestly I don't have any interest in driving traffic their way. Anyhow, let's read what was said. Dragon Age star Alex Wilton Regan has given her personal response to the backlash faced by last year's Dragon Age the Veilguard and blamed the mixed reactions on people who wanted to see the game fail or wanted to see BioWare fail. First of all, this isn't a mixed reaction that we saw for Dragon Age. This is the Metacritic score for the game. People hated it. Critics loved it, but that's because they are the progenitors of toxic positivity, and they would love anything pumped out from their corporate masters. But the old paradigm is dead. People no longer listen to critics because they are full of shit. They have lost their influence. But reading on, the actor who plays the female Inquisitor in both Dragon Age Inquisition and Dragon Age the Veilguard, told IGN that she was absolutely devastated to see BioWare's latest game fail to find a larger audience, despite mostly positive review scores from critics. Speaking during a new interview discussing her many iconic video game characters to date, as well as her role in Microsoft's upcoming Perfect Dark reboot, Wilton Regan said she had loved her time as BioWare's Inquisitor, though did not believe the character would now return. And yes, from that image below, you can see that this person does indeed play the manly-looking Joanna Dark in the Perfect Dark reboot. So, this is just another one of the progressive true believers who loves playing masculine female characters, despite the fact that she actually looks rather feminine in real life, and despite the fact that gamers largely reject that sort of thing. She keeps getting work on projects like this though. Anyhow, reading on. I feel absolutely devastated for BioWare as a studio that they got such mixed reactions. No, they didn't. Look at the score for it again. Look at the sales numbers. They had to give the damn thing away on PlayStation Plus. People hated this shit, but she continued. I personally thought it was a really strong game. I thought it was just BioWare being more BioWare. I also think a lot of people kind of wanted to see it fail, or wanted to see BioWare fail, either because they're just really bad people on the internet, of which there are unfortunately many, as we have discovered. And there it is. That is quite a revealing statement, isn't it? They have discovered in the gaming industry, much to their chagrin, that a freaking massive chunk of gamers are what they would consider bad people. Imagine their panic as they realized how small the modern audience really was. How this supposedly massive conglomeration of progressives and cultural auto-intake zombies was not enough to sustain them and their ridiculous budget. These companies are learning why businesses 20 and 30 years ago kept their opinions about cultural subjects to their damn selves. As Michael Jordan once famously said, Republicans buy shoes too, when asked why he never weighed in on any political topics. That was the attitude that businesses used to have, and it should be the attitude that businesses continue to have. But the article continues. It says, at launch, the Veilguard was review bombed online. That's what they call it when a game they want to succeed gets rejected. Criticism of the game being woke, centered on its inclusion of a non-binary companion character and the ability for the player to choose to be transgender. On Steam, Dragon Age the Veilguard now sits with a mixed player response with user-defined tags for the game, describing it under LGBTQ+ and politics labels. And I just want to note really quick how these people are tacitly admitting here that this is a negative thing for the game. The woke brand is toxic as hell for these games, and they are admitting it though they don't want to. Anyhow, reading on. People were attacking the game before it was released. Wilton Regan continued. It's ridiculous. How can you judge a game, a book, a film, a TV show before it's actually released? You can't. It's an idiotic stance to take. Is it really? Or is it actually something that we do all the damn time? People make judgments based on trailers or based on what they've heard from critics or that sort of thing. For example, if we saw a trailer for a game and it featured a frumpy woman sitting on a toilet taking a dump for 2 minutes and gameplay was just controlling her as she doom scrolled on her phone, I think most people would rightly judge that game and not want to play it. That is what happened with Dragon Age. It looked like shit, the critics picked a fight with gamers, and they lost. But how the article ends is funny. It sounds like she truly expects BioWare to get some sort of vindication with Mass Effect 5, despite the fact that the studio has been pruned down to practically a skeleton crew. The majority of the bozos who produced the Dragon Age disaster have presumably been given a pink slip. So either they've done what they needed to and gotten rid of the cancerous parts of the studio, and the game will be good, which is what gamers wanted all along, long, or it will be more woke slop that sucks shit through a straw and the whole studio will go belly up. The article concludes, I only ever want to see the folks from BioWare thrive because I adore them, Wilton Regan concluded, and whatever they go on to do next, I have no doubt their talents will be richly rewarded. We're really lucky we'll get more gold from them in the future. A slimmed down BioWare is now working on Mass Effect 5, which currently does not have a release date. In any event though, I'm gonna leave it there. This actress is whiny as hell, and I can't wait to see her next project, Perfect Dark, flop if they don't fix what we saw from the original trailer. But drop your contempt for these people into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.